Allegations of drug use tonight within the Dupage County State's Attorney's Office. The allegations come in a motion filed in a high-profile murder case. NBC5's Marion Brooks is here with details. Marion?
Warner, the motion has been under seal since it was first filed back in October. NBC5 and the Daily Herald went to court asking DuPage Judge Peter Dockery to lift that seal. Today, he did. Within the 22 pages of this motion, stinging allegations against a member of the Dupage County State's Attorney's Office. Among them, allegations of drug use. An accused drug dealer is quoted as saying, quote, "I sold drugs to him." The drug dealer is this man, Dwight Pruitt. Pruitt may not be a person you've heard of, but you're probably familiar with a case on which he was a key witness.
He was in the front, and he was, he started to cry, and he was saying, "Lock the door," because he's scared of the burglars, and that his mom was dead, his sister was dead.
The boy he's talking about, Joshua Evans, his mother Deborah, his sister Samantha, all killed in 1995. The case often remembered because Deborah was pregnant when she was murdered and her full-term fetus was cut from her womb. Joshua was brought to Dwight Pruitt's house the night of the murders by Annette Williams. Williams picked Joshua up the next morning, and Joshua was later found dead in Maywood. It was Pruitt who called police after seeing the story of the murders on the news. Pruitt told Channel 5 he wishes he'd done more to help the boy.
I felt a little remorse because I was really messed up because I felt if I would have just kept him at the house or even just held her to the point where the news would have came on, I still would have seen the news and he would have never left the house because I'd have kept him there and called the police.
Pruitt became a witness for the prosecution, his testimony helping to convict Fidel Caffey, Levern Ward, and Jacqueline Williams of the Evans family murders. Caffey is seeking a new trial. His attorney filed the motion that was unsealed today. In that motion, Pruitt, quote, indicates members of the Dupage County State's Attorney's Office apparently maintained a private, drug-related relationship with him. The motion goes on to say, quote, at the time he was involved in observing and dealing drugs, Pruitt did not know that one of the people with whom he did some drug deals and who was a very heavy user of cocaine was an assistant state's attorney. Pruitt told us a similar story last year.
It was a few deals that went down that actually I was there.
So you actually witnessed, even though you didn't make the deal, you witnessed the deal?
One time at the Holiday Inn. One time at Bar and Grill on Roosevelt.
After the motion for a special prosecutor was filed in October, attorneys representing an assistant state's attorney also interviewed Dwight Pruitt. In that interview, Dwight Pruitt denies ever selling drugs to anyone in the state's attorney's office and denies that he ever knew of any such activity or wrongdoing. And late today, State's Attorney Joseph Burkett issued a statement defending Caffey's conviction and saying in part, quote, the attorneys who prosecuted Fidel Caffey, Levern Ward, and Jacqueline Williams for the Evans family murders displayed the highest standards of professionalism both inside and outside the courtroom. The truth is that these sensational allegations are unsupported by any evidence because they are false. We also want to note today, Judge Dockery denied that motion for special prosecutor. He says he didn't feel that Joseph Burkett had any conflict of interest. Allison, Warner?